Well, hello. I know it's been a while. Hello. Welcome to this channel. So in this video, this one specifically, we're going to be talking about how to really truly set up your business for success in 2021. And I'm going to be giving you my best tips on how to have the most successful business that you've ever had before. All right, so come on, let's go ahead and talk about it. Entrepreneurs, how to utilize this specific platform right here, YouTube, to build a prosperous and successful online business. Now, I have been helping so many women over the year inside of 2020 in 2020 that I have had like the most successful year in business ever. And it is truly an eye-opener for me. And I want to just give you some of my best business advice to help you have the most successful business in 2021 and how you can start right now, even though it is December, how you can start right now to really truly get prepared for the upcoming year. So number one is to truly know your audience. And if you know me, I am a huge lemon tea fan. I love lemon tea. And this is something that I've been drinking before I actually started to do this video, right? So I want to make sure that you know who your audience is. It is so important that you know who your people are, because when you're creating content for them, you want the content to resonate to what it is that they want. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I used to make on YouTube when I first got started, like back in 2014, was that I would just create content just to create content, right? I would create content and it really wasn't resonating with anybody because I just felt that, oh, everybody is my target market. Everybody is, I need to talk to everybody. I need to create content for everybody. Everybody's gonna love me. And it really wasn't that way. It really wasn't that way. So I had to tell myself, like, hey, Symone, you really need to figure out who your people are, what they need, what can you do, how can you solve a pressing issue for them, and create something that does that, okay? So because I knew my audience so well, I was able to create a mini course, a YouTube Kickstarter bundle course for entrepreneurs. And if you are possibly watching this video and you're on this channel, you are inside of that course. And I was able to enroll over 450 women and men inside of that course, and it made over $16,000. So you are able to make income like that. You just have to know your audience, what they need, what they're struggling with, and how you can create something that solves an issue. So always know who your audience. And the second thing is that I don't want you to be afraid to show up and create things for your audience. There are so many entrepreneurs, and I was one of them before, that will be so afraid to really show up on social media, to show up on YouTube, to show up and let people know, hey, I'm visible, I'm here, and I'm here to help you. So you can't be afraid to put yourself out there. It's called social media for a reason. It's called social media for a reason, but you can't be afraid to put yourself out there because you don't know who you are hindering. You're hindering other people from their success. Like for you to not show up, somebody is out there struggling. Somebody is out there looking for you. And for you to not show up online to say, hey, I have this that can help. Hey, I know how to create this that can help you. Or we can roll inside of a one-on-one coaching program. For you to not know and for you to not show up for them, it truly is kind of like a disgrace to your business and to your visibility. So you want to make sure that you are showing up for your people as much as possible. Now, I want you to keep the right mindset as you're going through this. So how can I put it? There are so many people, and I always say that, it's so many people, but there are people out there who do not have the best mindset with certain things, especially when it comes to business. And my thing is that if people are doing something in their business, you can't say, oh, that's too expensive. I'm not going to do that. I'm never going to do that. I'm going to price all my stuff really, really low and not really truly have like a strategy to increase and level up and scale, right? So there are so many people who are afraid to say, okay, well, I have to have this right mindset in order for me to grow. You got to have a growth mindset. And one of the best ways to do this is to read books, listen to audios, podcasts, one of my favorite. But you always want to make sure that you have the growth mindset, because that's what's going to set you up for success inside of your business next year and years beyond, right? So you want to make sure you have the right mindset. You're keeping that positivity going so that others are like, oh, I get it. Let me go ahead and like change my thought process, change my mindset so that I can grow as a person and grow as an entrepreneur overall. If you watch my last video, you know I'm like really doing things differently. So I have on pajamas. So if you watched my last video that I created a couple of months ago, you know I'm doing things differently. I'm showing my pajama pants. I have on matching socks. So I am truly learning how to really be comfortable with being on camera and doing things differently. So the last thing that I want to share with you is that you want to make sure that you focus on you and focusing on your audience. So as entrepreneurs, we tend to look at other people and see what they're doing in their business, and we have like this compare syndrome to where we're like, oh, well, they're doing that in their business and I'm not doing this particularly, so what do I need to do to make it better, right? But I could not have that comparison mindset. It's always good to like look at other entrepreneurs to see like what they're doing and how you can kind of take bits and pieces from it and say, oh, okay, well, I want to implement that in my business. I may not want to use that particular, you know, method of wording, but I may want to use something different or something similar, right? You never want to just simply focus and have this compare syndrome to where you're like, oh, they're doing this and I'm not there yet, right? And I kind of had this syndrome just like a couple of days ago. Literally, one of my coaches, she posted something in an email to where she was like, oh, I make $85,000 a month. And I was just like, what? What? You're making $85,000 a month? And so I kind of like went into comparison syndrome, and my fiance was like right there. He was like, you can't do that. He was like, just use that as inspiration. And I was like, yeah, I get it. But you know, it's like, oh my God, $85,000 a month. That's like fantastic, right? So you want to make sure that you are focusing solely on you and focusing on the struggles that your audience has so that you can create something for your audience to where you are having success. Okay, you want to make sure this year, next year, whatever, that you are making something or creating something that's going to give your audience a transformation, but also help you make an income because you are in business for a reason. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're focusing solely on you, don't have that comparison syndrome, and focus on what your audience needs in order for you to grow and for them to grow as well. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed these tips. I am about to finish the rest of this lemon tea that I put over here to the side because I love to use my hands. So I am so excited that you are here and you are watching these videos, and I cannot wait to talk to you in the next video. All right, take care.